At 4 p.m., the temperature was 82 degrees with sunny skies at Lehigh Valley International Airport. The dew point was 50 degrees, and the relative humidity 32%. The wind was calm. The pressure 30.15 inches falling. At 4 p.m., at Jefferson County Airport near Du Bois, it was partly sunny. Temperature 73 degrees, dew point 54, relative humidity 51%. Wind southeast at 6 miles an hour. 30.16 inches and falling. At Cleveland Lawrence Airport, it was partly sunny. Temperature 75 degrees, dew point 57, relative humidity 53%. Wind variable at 7 miles an hour. Pressure 30.17 inches and falling. Weather conditions in northwestern Pennsylvania: Erie partly sunny 76 degrees, Butler mostly sunny 77, Franklin partly sunny 76, Meadville partly sunny 77, and Bradford mostly sunny 75. In northeast Ohio, Akron cloudy 74 degrees, Youngstown cloudy 76, and Cleveland cloudy 74. In southwest PA, Pittsburgh cloudy and 79 degrees, West Mifflin partly sunny 79, winds gusting to 20, Beaver Falls partly sunny 80, Newcastle partly sunny 77, Latrobe partly sunny 77, Washington 78, and Indiana 77. Pennsylvania, Altoona partly sunny 75, State College sunny 77, and Johnstown partly sunny 70. In West Virginia, Morgantown partly sunny 70. Wheeling cloudy 77, partly sunny and 79. In southeast Ohio, Zanesville cloudy 75 degrees, and Columbus partly sunny 78. Once again, at Jefferson County Airport near Du Bois, it was 73 degrees under partly sunny skies. This is NOAA Weather Radio KZZ42, Bugsy County, Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania, operating on 162.50 megahertz, with a tower output of 300 watts. Broadcasts originate from the Pittsburgh National Weather Service in Moon Township. Now for the National Weather Service for Ohio and vicinity. Here are the 4 p.m. conditions in the Williamsport area. In Williamsport, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 81 degrees. The 9 p.m. at Butler County Airport is 3. Temperature 77 degrees, dew point 58, reference following 50 forecast office in Cleveland. We supply the latest available information for the Central Highlands over station W57 from Butler on a frequency of 162.450 megahertz. College also possible. Thursday, this weather forecast for Pittsburgh and surrounding towns coming this afternoon. The Salt Snow Weather Radio, all hazards, station www.weather.gov, and originating from the National Weather Service Office, National Weather Service forecast on Saturday. Regional weather forecast. Northeast New Jersey, cloudy. And now the extended forecast for South Central Pennsylvania. Low tide is at 1:22 a.m. Saturday and 12:57 p.m. Saturday. You are listening to those all hazards radio, WO35 New York City. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office located on the grounds of Brookhaven National Laboratory in Upton, New York. Station KWO35 broadcasts on frequency 162.85 Hz. The current time is 4:08 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Here is the latest National Weather Service forecast for McKean County, including the city of Bradford. Tonight, partly cloudy. Lower 50s. Eastern Daylight Time and will become 1 to 10 showers. The next frontal system may approach the area Monday into Tuesday. The current time is 6:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Washington metro area and the surrounding KHV listening area. This is NOAA Weather Radio, all hazards, station WXM70 in Garfield, West Virginia. Broadcasting on a frequency of 162.5 megahertz. originating from the National Weather Service office in Charleston, West Virginia. The current time is 6:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. These are the regional weather conditions at 6 p.m. in Parkersburg, under mostly sunny skies. This is NOAA Weather Radio, all hazards station WXM 74 in Sutton, West Virginia. Broadcasting on a frequency of 162.45 megahertz. Originating from the National Weather Service office in Charleston, West Virginia. E1 at Poughkeepsie. It was mostly sunny, with a temperature of 81 at Newburgh and 76 at New York City. At Albany, it was partly sunny, with a temperature of 80. Once again, at 6 p.m. at Sussex Airport, it was 80 degrees under partly sunny skies, and at Andover, it was 79 degrees. This is NOAA Weather Radio. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are expected over the area. This additional rain will result in minor flooding. Some locations that will experience flooding include Ellery, Santee State Park, Santee, Cameron, Vance, Poplar Creek Landing, Stumphole Landing. Once again, at Lexington it was 78 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Elsewhere around the region, at Ashlands, it was mostly sunny, with a temperature of 82. It was partly sunny, with a temperature of 79 at Louisville, 76 at Covington, and 74 at Wilmington, Ohio. Under partly sunny skies, reported 76, London reported 78, and Bristol, Tennessee reported 77. It was cloudy, with a temperature of 80 at Middlesboro, 85 at Knoxville, and 77 at Bowling Green. 7 p.m. Arizona. At McGee Tyson Airport, it was cloudy. Temperature 85 degrees, relative humidity 56%. Wind west at 8 miles an hour. At Sunset Beach near Shore Buoy, the winds were west at 2 knots. The air temperature was 80, and the sea water temperature was 85. At Sunset Beach near Shore Buoy, wave heights was 2 feet. And now taking a look at the forecast for the Cape Fear region. Issued at 7:04 p.m. Flood watch in effect through Saturday evening. Tonight, showers likely with a chance of thunderstorms. Lows at KJY 85 broadcasting from the NC Highway Patrol. Operating on a frequency of 162.525 megahertz. This transmission is serving the foothills and southern Piedmont of North Carolina. The current time is 7:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. These are the 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time observations for the Charlotte metropolitan area on Friday, July 24th. At Charlotte Douglas International Airport, it was cloudy. The temperature was 73 degrees, the dew point 69, and the relative humidity 87%. The wind was east at 6 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.12 inches and steady. The report from Statesville was not available. Shelbyville, sunny, 79. Smyrna, partly sunny, 81. Cookeville, Sparta, partly sunny, 79. Springfield, mostly sunny, 79. Oklahoma, cloudy, 79. Look at conditions across the area at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At the Lake Cumberland Regional Airport, it was partly sunny. The temperature was 81 degrees, the dew point 64 degrees, and the relative humidity was 57%. The wind was northwest at 7 miles an hour. The barometric pressure was 30.07 inches and rising. At McGee Field Airport near London, it was partly sunny. At Springmead Pier, the winds were northwest at 4 knots. The air temperature was 78, and the sea water temperature was 85. At Edisto Buoy, the wind was south at 8 knots. The water temperature was 85 degrees. Wave height 3 feet. Wave period 8 seconds. Swell height 3 feet. Swell period 8 seconds. And now taking a look at the forecast for the Grand Strand and surrounding area. Issued at 7:04 p.m. Flood watch in effect. Tonight, showers likely with a chance of thunderstorms this evening, then showers likely with a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Near steady temperature in the upper 70s. Southwest winds around 5 miles in the upper 80s. This is the NOAA Weather Valley with a KHC 20 Manhattan, 80 from the SDET 77 at Falls, East Carolina 3 at Topeka, frequency of 1 at Lincoln, 25. Now here is your NOAA transmitter is serving broadcast. Heat advisory in effect from Radio, all hazard station WWF-60, operating on frequency 162.50 megahertz. This program originates from the National Weather Service in Raleigh and is transmitted from an antenna located on Bug Mountain. The station serves the 77 at Bristol. Once again at 7 p.m. at the Greenville-Spartanburg Airport, it was 73 degrees and cloudy. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the upstate of South Carolina, including the Greenville-Spartanburg vicinity. Thursday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly clear. Lows in the lower 70s. Friday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 90s. Here are the 7 p.m. observations. In Florence, it was partly sunny. The temperature was 81 degrees. The dew point was 73, giving a relative humidity of 76%. It was cloudy, with a temperature of 73 at Charlotte, 71 at Greensboro, 85 at Knoxville, 68 at Roanoke, and 65 at Bluefield. In South Carolina and North Georgia, it was cloudy, with a temperature of 73 at Greenville-Spartanburg and 78 at Atlanta. Once again at 7 p.m. at the Hickory Airport. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Patchy valley fog. Lows in the lower 60s. Shelbyville, sunny, 79. Smyrna, partly sunny, 81. Cookeville, Sparta, partly sunny, 79. Springfield, mostly sunny, 79. Tullahoma, cloudy, 79. West Nashville, partly sunny, 79. Winchester, partly sunny, 81. Elsewhere in Tennessee. Chattanooga, partly sunny, 85. Jackson, partly sunny, 79. Knoxville, cloudy, 85. Here are the 7 p.m. observations. In Georgetown, light rain was falling. The temperature was 73 degrees. The dew point was 73, giving a relative humidity of 1%. The wind was calm. The pressure was 30.09 inches, rising. In 2.400, 162.425, 162.450, 162.475, 162.500, 162.525, and 162.550. Probability for widespread hazardous weather is low. Spotter information statement. Spotter activation is not needed at this time. And now your 7-day forecast for the WXK-47 listening area, including the Tri-Cities and vicinity. Tonight, mostly cloudy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms this evening, then a slight chance of showers after midnight. Lows in the mid-60s. The Columbia Metro Airport climate summary for today, July 24th. The high temperature was 82. The normal high for the date, 93. The low was 73. The normal low for the date, 72. The mean temperature was 78. This mean was 4 degrees below normal for the date. 0.10 inches of rain occurred, bringing the monthly total to 1.36 inches. Sunrise tomorrow, 6:30, and sunset, 8:31. At Columbia Hamilton, Owens Airport today. The high temperature was 83. The low was 74. The mean temperature was 79. 0.04 inches of rain occurred, bringing the monthly total to 1.58 inches. The 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time observations. At the Columbia Metro Airport, it was partly sunny. The temperature was 81 degrees, dew point 70s, and southwest humid with high sunny forecast for the featured listening area. For the mountains, including Florida. For tonight, upper 80s, Ashe County, North Carolina. Here are some 7 p.m. observations from around the area. At the Ashe County Jefferson Airport, skies were cloudy. The temperature was 64 degrees. The dew point was 63, and the relative humidity 96%. The wind was calm. The pressure was 30.21 inches and rising. Here are the 7 p.m. observations for the area. At the Raleigh-Durham Airport, drizzle and fog were reported. The temperature was 73 degrees, the dew point 71, and the relative humidity 93%. Weather radio, all passengers, station This program originates from the National Weather Service in Raleigh and is transmitted from an antenna located in Ellerbe. The station serves the western Sand Hills and southern Piedmont of North Carolina and the East and South Carolina counties. For the following counties: Laurel, McCreary, Pulaski, and Tri-Cities. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Cave region of central Kentucky, including Mammoth Cave, Glasgow, and Munfordville. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Isolated thunderstorms. Birmingham, cloudy, 79. Index values. Again, conditions at Nashville, partly sunny, 84. Here is the forecast for Spencer, Crossville, McMinnville, Altamont, and surrounding areas. On NOAA Weather Radio around 5 p.m. Eastern Time each day. This is NOAA Weather Radio, your best source for 24-hour-a-day weather information. The station is KZZ 63, broadcast from the National Weather Service in Louisville, from a transmitter located near Jacksonville on a frequency of 162.525 MHz. Across northern Kentucky and southern Ohio, skies ranged from partly sunny to cloudy, and temperatures were between 72 and 76 degrees. It was partly sunny, with a temperature of 80 at Nashville and 77 at Bristol. Should flooding develop? The following is watch for the following counties in North Carolina: Carteret, Inland Onslow, Jones, Cook Island, Pimlico, Southern Craven, and West Carteret. Watch remains in effect through Saturday evening. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be. This weather outlook is for the Maryland portion of the Chesapeake Bay, titled This is the surf forecast. County, Atlantic Coastal Cape May, New Jersey. Saturday, rip current risk, moderate. Surf heights, 1 to 2 feet. Walton, Delhi, and vicinity. Monday and Monday night, showers likely and a chance of thunderstorms. Highs in the lower 80s. Office in Columbia, South Carolina. KHC 29 serves the southern Midlands of South Carolina on a frequency of 1. Forecast Office in Columbia, South Carolina. W 54 serves the western Midlands of South Carolina and east central Georgia on a frequency of 162.55. Georgia. NOAA Weather Radio. Forecasts and other weather-related information. A slight chance of several experience last month. Patchy Falls, Branch, Cummings, McPhersonville. Light and variable winds where portions of north central, northeast, and northwest Georgia, including the following areas in north central Georgia: Barrow, Cobb, DeKalb, Douglas, Gwinnett, North Fulton, Rockdale, South Fulton, and Walton. In northeast Georgia, Clark, Jackson, Madison, Oconee, and Oglethorpe. In northwest Georgia, Carroll, Harrelson, and Paulding. When, through this evening, impacts, excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. In South Carolina and north coastal Georgia, a cold front will slowly approach.